But China's blueprint for expanding reforms remains a much discussed topic days after the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China concluded its closely watched meeting. And with the CPC Central Committee's communique focusing on rural land reforms, the Chinese government has pledged to give farmers more property rights. And under the current law, rural land is collectively owned by farmers, but it is not clear which level of the collective really owns the land, the village, county or town. And the farmers use the land but do not have the right to sell or develop it. However, the law allows the government to acquire farmland for public use after compensating its occupants. After the key meeting, rural land will be allowed to be directly sold on the market, cutting out the government middlemen, buy land on the cheap and resell it for far more. And to solve the problem, pilot projects are now running through the country. They allow farmers to sell or lease their land without changing the use of it. And so far, only several provinces and municipalities have tested the reform and gained experience. So what exactly do some of these pilot programs look like? Now, for more, joining me now in the studio is Jin Yingqiao, my colleague. Evening, Jin Yingqiao. We know some land reforms have been tested in provinces like Zhejiang and Guangdong. What's the latest move among the district government?
The latest move is from China's eastern province, Anhui, where the first phase of China's reform and opening up by Deng Xiaoping started over 35 years ago. And now it's the first region to roll out a comprehensive plan to test land reform after the party's third plenum. On Tuesday, Anhui announced it will allow farmers in 20 counties and districts to transfer the land where they build their houses and their farmland. According to the plan, they're going to promote a trading of rural construction land. That's like farmland also collectively owned, but not for farming purposes, such as construction. And another important move to safeguard farmers' property right ownership certificates will be issued by the end of 2015. Now, the goals of this reform are to phase out the old policy that ties farmers to their land, and secondly, make better use of land by making it more concentrated and more industrialized, and thirdly, to allow farmers make up huge profits by transferring the land to governments. And please remember that the current practice is district governments simply seize the land from farmers and make big money selling it to developers, while farmers get little in return. So now, indeed, this is some good news for farmers to get a bigger share of the pie.
All right, thank you very much, Yingqiao.